But you haven't done anything for the cold open. What are you gonna do? Just like freestyle like scat at people? Just skibbity boop. Just.
I'm the
By the way,
scat man.
how has that not been a shitty like a shitty gimmick for somebody in WWE?
Or in JWF, just a guy who comes out for a promo and he's just like, a lot of my opponents think that skibbity bop bop boop bop ba da 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 da, and if it come hell in a cell, I'm gonna da 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 boop bop bow da da da.
Have I created a monster, Scotty?
Toby,
It sounds like it. I could hear the joy in your voice as you fucking cut that fake promo.
Toby the Scatman Jones is coming to the JWF. Welcome to Fight Boys, ladies and gentlemen, the weekly show about professional and not so professional wrestling. I am your host, Scotty Moore.
I'm sick. Hi, sick. I'm Blake.
Yep, that's Blakey T, the sickest boy.
Hi man on cough medication. I'm the Dylan.
Oh shit! This is the perfect excuse to get on cough meds. All right, you guys can finish the rest of the intro up without me, right?
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Okay, I'll catch you later.
I mean, I know last week we joked about Connor winning a match and me saying it's him getting his rub, and then he wins a match again this week, and I'm like, wait a minute, are they listening? One day he attacks Victor, and then that's what leads to the big. Finally, it's where he becomes champ.
But he only becomes champ in the same way that the Brian Kendrick was champ. Like,
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
he was champ for all of like 3 minutes.
Yeah. No. What I like to think is 1 week he's gonna have a number one because every once in a while they'd be like, this week Evan Bourne is gonna fight for the title, and you're like, I know for a fact he's not gonna win, but it should be a fun match. I can't wait for if they do that with Connor 1 week, and I just freak out watching It would be the one episode of Raw that I'm like, no, putting down the phone. I have to pay attention to this.
Listen, I was just really disappointed because Nick Saban won at the Fighting Spirit Unleashed, and you didn't tweet at all.
Oh, I was scrolling down and I was trying to see prediction stuff, and then I saw Saban won. I was like, hell yeah, roll tide, baby. Yeah, I do want to apologize for last and this week's very Saban-centric BS Network productions, because the Opposite Attractions episode that went up was also about Alabama-themed rides. So, of course, they all featured Saban.
So there was the Roll Tide, there was the Cousin Fucker. What were the other ones?
Well, no, mine was the Roll Tide roller coaster. Oh, man. See, going back to Raw, I never thought Cheap Heat could get as much of a fucking reaction as it did than when Elias took the mic and was just like, us together, it just makes sense. Some things don't make sense, like why Seattle should have a basketball team. And then Roman Reigns pinning The Undertaker level heat just radiated from that entire arena for the rest of the segment.
Oh, no.
Like a solid 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns pinning The Undertaker wished it could have gotten that much heat.
Well, it didn't want that much heat, Blake. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So on the bright side, at least
they knew what was gonna happen.
They knew what was going on. See, with me, I was just sitting there and I saw an article on Wrestling Inc. that was just like, news on the heat during Raw segment. And I was like, oh, they must have said something that pissed off the guys in the back and they got backstage heat. No, this was the real heat. This was the whole town of Seattle collectively telling Kevin Owens and Elias to go fuck themselves.
Mostly Elias. Well,
my favorite was, it was like, watching Elias's face was like watching a baby that just won the lottery. He was like, I never thought this could happen. This is phenomenal. And Kevin joined in and he's just like, yeah, Oklahoma City deserves a basketball team, but y'all don't. Like, kept trying to amp it up worse and worse.
The only way I think they could have gotten it even worse is they followed it up with, football team that can throw it more than 3 yards.
Oh, yeah. They just keep going, and like backstage, Vince is having an aneurysm. Like, y'all know there's like business in this segment, right? It's not just you yelling at Seattle for an hour. Oh, really? I had no idea.
Actually, I think Vince would be all right with them yelling at Seattle for an hour. I think he would hate Seattle.
No. Kevin goes backstage, leans over to Vince. Hey, is that what you wanted? And he just stands up, tears in his eyes, and embraces Kevin.
As he whispers, no.
No, fuck you. That was horrible. This is all I've ever wanted. You're my new son. What?
Take the fish.
Vince leans over. Take the fish.
Take the fish. Take the fish, damn it.
I also really love how they're trying their... Like, they went back to the dumb well so quickly on the Aiden English Rusev thing. Because you could have easily pulled the Aiden thinks he's the mastermind of Rusev Day, and that's what leads to the match. That's enough to milk a whole rivalry out of. No, they had to include the concept that Lana cheated on Rusev with Aiden. No!
This is payback for Lana and Rusev prematurely ending that last weird love angle they were in.
Oh, you mean take the fish.
Take the fish.
So much.
It's very stupid. All of it's stupid. It's horrible. I hate it.
Well, I really like how they cut the video, making it obvious, like, because she's like, I want you, cut. And any person with more than Scott Steiner's brain cells is enough to be like, she was saying something like, I want you to really go out there and help Rusev tonight, or I want you to, like, fight for his honor, something like that. But still, Rusev is just like, what? I heard what you said. And I'm like, Rusev, come on, man.
Don't make me get confused.
Listen, I know you're Eastern European and this isn't your first language, but I need you to not be brick stupid right now.
Yeah. Like, think about it. It cut at the most obvious time. And he's like, no, I understand. She took that fish that night, and I will never forgive her for it.
Oh.
Which, by the way...
I thought Summer Rae took the fish.
Summer Rae took that fish. Which, by the way, Aiden also has started his own whiskey review YouTube channel, and it might be the most bizarre thing a YouTuber has done on YouTube in a while.
I don't know, man. They're like the people with My Little Pony fanfic who are like also 36-year-old men.
No, I meant wrestlers. I meant wrestlers, not...
okay. You didn't add enough context.
Which, by the way, we did do an episode of Fun Fiction about My Little Pony, so I felt a little attacked during that. But, yeah, that whole thing is ridiculous right now. Also, have you read about our...
what are you referring to? Everything?
Yes, everything in the entire world. Actually, no. I can say there's one wrestler who has a weirder YouTube channel, and it's Tyler fucking Breeze. Because I followed Tyler Breeze a long time ago, and he was doing these weird YouTube vignettes where he was trying to copy Zeecher Long Island Story, kind of, but not actually. It was terribly edited, so, like, if you thought the character... I guess the character edited the videos, and that's why they looked like garbage. And then one day I was scrolling through YouTube, and I found I was subscribed to a dog channel. And I went, what the fuck? And it was nothing but videos of a dog. And then finally I realized Tyler Breeze has a fully dog-centric YouTube channel now. He's removed any mention of Tyler Breeze and is now just like, look at the dogs. Look at my dogs.
Take the dog.
Take the dogs. So did you guys hear Chuck redeem himself once again as the best wrestler of all time?
Which time was it? Was it the time where he said he buried anybody who didn't follow him on Twitter if he was ever asked about them, or the other time?
No. This one was he did an actual interview, which seems so weird to me that Chuck does interviews, and they were asking him about the big Chaos versus Bullet Club match, and he was just like, yeah, in this match, you're going to see some of the greatest wrestlers of all time. You're going to see guys like Marty Scurll, the Young Bucks. I've wrestled them before. I'm excited to get in there with Cody. You're going to see Okada, who has spectacular matches all the time. And then me and Trent are going to hug and then do some stuff.
So wait, when he was talking, did he get a notification on his phone? Did he look at it and then go, "Oh fuck, fight boys"?
I'm still shocked we aren't blocked from him at this point. Unless there's
At this point, I think he just doesn't check his DM. Like, he just sees us. It's just like, because it's only once a week.
Yeah.
We have to do this shit daily. That should be the next one. 365 days of Dust Watch. We just come up with, like, a list of 7 of them. And then we just, like, periodically throughout the week. Or we just recap the ones we came up with the week after.
So you're
let's see how long that lasts.
You're saying the entire 20-minute segment 2 will be nothing but us tweeting Chuck Taylor from now on.
No. I say we come up with one each day out of this, and then we bring it up in segment 2. It's like in this last week on Dust Watch, it's like a weather forecast, but like it's a recap.
Yeah.
On Tuesday on Tuesday we tweeted him, nice beer belly, all those natty lights getting to you.
Because this is, of course, 2019, the year where we do nothing but neg.
365 days of negging. And then we give it up for Lent. We say positive things, and then as soon as Easter rolls around, double down.
Yeah. Oh, man. I also love all the people online who were just like, Neville's gotta go straight to New Japan. Neville's gotta go to Ring of Honor. One of the people, of course, being me, saying he was gonna be the newest member of the firing squad. And instead of that, Neville just flipped a middle finger to the entire world as he appeared at Dragon Gate.
You mean you're surprised he went back to the Japanese promotion that helped build him before he went to WWE?
Joining a faction that I had never heard of before. Isn't it like Red or something?
Yeah, RED. No, my favorite thing was Matthew from Botchamania was like, try to pretend that I'm up to date on Dragon Gate. How's BB Hulk doing? Is he still hot?
That's great. Yeah, I still think Neville's probably gonna go to another promotion, and this was just his return, and he wanted to show, like, appreciation for the company that made him. Because they did announce that there's gonna be a new member. Is it LIJ or Chaos that's getting the new member? I can't remember.
LIJ. Yes. No. Los Ingobernables de Japan. Japan is totally gonna add this white Welsh motherfucker to their stable. You're right, Scotty. How did I not see it? Holy shit.
He's slowly trying to convince everyone he's That's his new gimmick. It's like El Generico. He's trying to convince everyone he's Japanese.
That's way more racist by 100%. Also, we lost Blake.
Yeah, Blake's gone, but he's been taken by Neville.
He's been taken by the internet. All right. Yeah, well, fun
he
times.
He sent us a thumbs up in the chat. Like, yeah, I did it.
I can go back to playing GTA now.
All right, so we've lost Blake, which means I am now about to be cornered by nothing but New Japan talk for the rest of the episode.
No, we can talk about, because we have to do predictions.
Oh, yeah. We do have to talk about the Becky Lynch. Every week, it goes more and more into the slowest double turn of all time. Because, like, Charlotte beats her down. The crowd is, of course, booing the hell out of her. And instead of just keeping in that angry, I've been abused state, she does throw in a little woo at the end, leading me to believe, oh yeah, they're solidifying that double turn come Super Showdown.
See, I believe that that's not what's going to happen at all, and you're a mark.
Dylan, ever the one to crush my dreams. Also, the man who directed Venom. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Becky's promos are just getting better week in and week out. Like, I think the heel turn was probably the best thing they could have ever done for her character at this point.
I mean, they never gave her the mic when she was a babyface. She might have been cutting the best babyface promos of all time if they had given her the time. Like,
Yeah, I could see that, but like something about the heel attitude is also added like this Roddy Piper almost stone cold edge to her that I'm really appreciating as it's going on. Like, because letting her play with the concept, like egotistical wrestlers are always going to be my favorite, and her coming out tonight and just being like, yeah, they're not going to put me on any posters, and I have to sit and watch Charlotte Flair fucking get posed for all of these pictures that I should be in, so I just did it myself, and then walking over and uncovering a massive poster of her stepping on Charlotte. And I was like, okay, yes. Everything about you is my favorite wrestler of all time.
as it should be.
So, how is Fighting Spirit Unleashed going? I've only read results.
Really good.
Yeah.
Matt Jackson decided that it'd been too long since he faked an injury, so he decided to bring the bad back.
Yeah. The return of, like, that's even mentioned in the new Being the Elite, it's just like, we return from a long hiatus. Also, Matt's back is bad again. Like, also, Matt's fucked up.
I feel like they're using it as a reason to pimp DDP Yoga. I really do.
Damn it, you're right. That might be true. Their new manager is Diamond Dallas Page.
They've also started the countdown clock. Well, that's Being the Elite. So Fighting Spirit Unleashed was pretty good, just considering the building and considering they've exclusively run these shows in Southern California for the last year. Ospreay versus Skrull was just like unsafe levels of good. Like the Tiger. Let me top rope Tiger suplex Will Ospreay. That's a good move. I was just like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a chance to finish it because it came out. I only had access to it yesterday. Then I had to work yesterday, and then I had personal things today. But I'm still all the way up to the tag match, which is only like the third match out. So,
yeah, I think that's the tag match is the one that surprised me the most because most of the results I'm like, I'm down with that. Do you know the results yet, or am I going to be spoiling?
No,
shit?
I know the results.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there was no avoiding it. I know Cody wins. I know Golden Elite. I know there's a triple threat this Sunday, and I'm not 100% sure where like they're going with this. I know they did it to protect the Coda versus Kenny match because they're like, fuck, we just burned this for like the last day of the G1. We can't burn it again at King of Pro Wrestling. So they're like, well, if we throw Cody in there, Cody can eat the pin from either Kenny or Coda, depending on how we want to do this.
Yeah. Like something sneaky, like Kenny jumps in and then tosses Coda out after Coda hits like the finishing move, tosses him out, gets the pin, and then now you've got some extra shit added onto that.
So here's the thing, Scotty, and I want you to I want to come out on the record here. So the tag match in which X, the next Los Ingobernables person, is supposed to show up, that is partway through the card. If no one shows up for that person is Kota Ibushi. And then Kota Ibushi's gonna win in that match. And then that's where there'll be all the Los Ingobernables people. And then that's how the group gets the belt back.
So wait, you're telling me it's not gonna be Neville with fucking scotch tape on his eyes holding them back?
I'm leaving now. You can do this podcast by yourself, you racist piece of shit. I'm done.
I'm not the racist one. It's Neville coming out with his fucking fake accent.
But yeah, that should be. It's actually this sounds terrible. It'll be really interesting to see how two 5-star wrestlers and one 3.5-star wrestler combine for a match.
Yeah.
No.
Cody gets hit with like a huge V trigger to start it out. Gets a fake concussion, rolls out of the ring. Coda and Kenny have a full 6-star match. And then finally in the end, Cody runs in, tries to get a pin, then eats another fucking V-trigger, one-winged angel pin, wins.
I feel bad for Cody because Cody, like, all of his character work is amazing, but you can tell that he was raised wrestling in the WWE system because, like, wrestlers from the independents can typically learn the WWE way. Like, okay, be more showy, whatever. there's no real way to work it backwards. Like
yeah, I can see that.
Nobody who's a pure product of WWE, like Cody is. He did OVW, then he did WWE. But you can always tell for like the technical parts or like whenever you have to ramp a match up, like he doesn't have it because he never needed to. You only need like 12 moves in the WWE like to do anything. And
Right.
a good portion of like indie and New Japan wrestling is like, hey, I'm gonna pull something out here. I'm gonna like string together a combo or like all these things. And like there's too much dead space between Cody spots.
Have you seen his promo after fucking winning the title, though? Because it gets personal quick. Because he just comes out and he's just like, Juice Robinson, back where we came from, he was one of the best in the... So much improvement. You know what they started calling him? They called him Dusty's Kid. And that feels a bit insulting when you're Dusty's actual fucking kid. And he just goes off on him for like 2 minutes until he finally goes, oh, I'm getting kind of worked up about this. And then Brandy sits him down. It's like, no, it's anger management, baby. It's all right. Don't worry. But yeah, I think if anybody deserves that U.S. title, it's Cody.
Yeah, I was on. I was on the fence. I was like, do they give it to the guy in Ring of Honor? But I was like, no, it's Cody. They totally give it to him.
Yeah, it's the guy whose name is the American Nightmare.
So this sounds really weird and terrible. So like the Bucks contract, everybody's contract is up in 2 months, 29 days, and however many minutes.
Here, hold on. Let me watch Being the Elite. I can tell you the exact time.
Well, no, that was from yesterday. So you'd have to add more time or subtract more. But
so, yeah, I mean, I saw Cody do an interview where he was just like, maybe January 1st we show up in WWE. It's possible. It's very possible. And I'm like, that's Cody either telling the truth or pulling a Jericho and just being like, fuck all you guys. This is when we're announcing All In too.
So I believe wholeheartedly that the Bucks and Cody and probably Paige have decided that they have outgrown Ring of Honor.
Oh, I could definitely see that.
Because they just they held an event with like all the people from that sold it out. They were just a Death Before Dishonor like this last Friday.
Yep.
Like dead building.
Yeah.
Like hardly anybody.
It
like
was
you can
pretty
tell.
bad.
You can tell Ring of Honor is like almost stagnant, but they're happy where they're at. They're like, yeah, we're like one of the better companies. We just sold out Madison Square. Yeah, we can take a knee on this one. And like Cody and the Bucks are just like, no, you fucking go on 4th and 15. Don't be a pussy. Like, and I really do believe that's one of the 3 options. Like, there's the literal 1% option. They go to the WWE, in which case independent wrestling will get dealt the biggest mortal wound since I don't know when.
Yeah.
They re-sign for more money because Sinclair probably has it.
And also they're literally probably the only people really getting them money. Like, if you asked probably 95% of the people at any ROH show why they're there, it's either going to be Bullet Club as a whole or any of the specific members, like
or SCU. But so, like, barring that, the New Japan putting the U.S. title on Cody, potentially for a feud culminating at Wrestle Kingdom, to me personally, hints that they're making a play to bring the Bullet Club all back to New Japan.
Right.
Because, like, they did it, and then they were working relationship. Like, okay, go back over there, but like, they just want to pull it all back. Because if New Japan wants to start running their own shows all the time on the West Coast going in, like, that'd be the best move.
Yeah.
They would literally have they'd have a stacked card as far as who the Americans want to see, and they can use that to then introduce America to all the Japanese talent that they feel is up and coming and they can introduce to. Like, it'd be a good, not a bait and switch, but like bait, and then like also here are these other features on this Mercedes.
Bait,
like, you know what I mean?
It's bait and more bait. Like 100%. Hiromu. I wouldn't know about him if I wasn't watching something to see Cody versus. I think that was Cody versus Okada. I think I can't remember, but I just remember like finding out Hiromu through Bullet Club. Like they are the gateway drug to New Japan, and New Japan knows that 100%. In other news, Blake's internet is completely gone, and he is now currently on hold with Charter Internet. So, well, guess the rest of the show's Blakeless.
But all right.
But if you want to get Blake's internet back, and better than ever, make sure to support us at patreon.com/a-load-of-BS. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, patreon.com/a-load-of-BS is where you can support the entire BS network, get access to our exclusive Discord where you can hang out and chat with us, get shouted out on the show of your choice every single week, like the good fight boy himself, Ghazi. And of course, you get all those perks, and you get to be helping us out and get Blake better internet over at patreon.com/a-load-of-BS. And D, before we get into...
Do you think Ghazi's really excited about the fact that Matt Taven's potentially going to be the new ROH World Champion?
I think he shat himself when it happened.
Taven came out, had the purple strapped like ROH title belt, held it up.
Yeah. There are days where I go to Ghazi's Twitter and I'm like, this guy definitely masturbates to pictures of Vinny. And I mean that with all the love I have in my heart for you, Ghazi. 2 days after this is released. Ghazi has canceled his Patreon subscription.
No, how will Blake get internet now? Blake, we just need you to hold out for however many more months it takes for Ghazi's payments to add up to one of your internet bills.
Yeah. But now it's time for everyone's favorite moment of the show, and that's Dust Watch. Dust Watch. We need like a super talented musician to start liking this show to get us a Dust Watch theme. All right.
Or you could just like pay a not as talented artist that you know personally to just like do a guitar riff, and then you just layer that underneath us saying Dust Watch in stupid accents.
Dust Watch, and then an eagle.
There you go. I think you'd appreciate that.
And then,
tweet at Chuck Taylor. Listen, for Dust Watch, like, do you feel the segment is eagle worthy?
Need your help, bro. Know any musicians who can make us a sick Dust Watch intro? Because we know you're not gonna follow us soon, so we might as well increase the production quality.
When he gets here, I want him to shit in a golden toilet. That's the level of quality improvement that we need.
Hashtag, I almost put 2019 predicting the future.
Dust Watch 2019 is gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be good. Like, that would be the last tweet we send to him before 2019 begins, which is, hey man, we've been doing this for literally a fucking year.
It'll be a year and a half at that point.
If you don't follow us now, we're gonna have to start negging you and going for the block instead.
He'll probably be amused that we decided that the way to get the block wasn't by just insulting him or being like racist or something. It was by negging. I feel like if anybody would appreciate the level of bullshit that choice that is, it would be Chuck Taylor.
Yeah. Let's see. Might as well increase production quality. Hashtag RT and follow. I'm just waiting for one day when he's like hanging out with Trent, super drunk, and accidentally hits the follow button and then immediately cancels it. Like, wait, no, I can't follow them.
He's gonna wake up the next day, just be like, he's not gonna notice. It'll be a few weeks later.
Yeah.
He'll like be like, what the fuck are these people doing on my timeline?
How dare!
Oh god damn it!
I still loved the time where I met them both, and Trent was like, "Why don't you follow him, bro? Come on, just follow him, bro. Just follow him, man. It's fine." And Dustin just looks down like, "I can't do this." All right, now it's time to get into the predictions for Super Showdown, which apparently some people are considering a pay-per-view, which is why my dad was like, so, what's the JWF show gonna be? And I'm like, nothing. We couldn't make it to Australia.
How did we not tie that into this week's JWF? Welcome to JWF Monday Night War. Be sure to stay tuned this Sunday for our Texas Hold'em tournament. JWF Super
JWF
Show.
Poker.
Yeah, JWF Super Poker.
And then it's just like, we tried to fly to... I'm trying to think of some superstars who we have that aren't that worthy, and we're just like... And they died in a plane crash on the way to Australia, which is...
No. I just want it to be that Captain Tibbs is banned from Australia.
That's exactly what it is. Oh,
Tibbs wanted to go there, but then he remembered he was banned and that he hates kangaroos. With a racist passion. He's racist against kangaroos.
All right, now let's get into predictions, and I guess we'll get Blake's after the show. Number one, and we've already talked about it a little bit.
Wait, did Blake win this last Sunday? I think Blake won this last Sunday.
I think he did. I can't remember the exact score. But we've talked about this, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair.
I have Becky Lynch. You have Charlotte Flair.
No, I have Becky as well. I'm not saying the double turn will be what gets the title off Becky. I'm saying it's just going to happen, and then Becky makes her way out of it.
Okay.
Then, Asuka and Naomi against the Iconics, because that's a match.
No one is ready for the glow.
Yeah. Also known as the Collective Australian Bathroom Break, where they all get to notice, they flush backwards. That's cool.
See, yeah. I've always said that, like, going to the bathroom during an Asuka match is very risky, because if she sees you leave and then sees you in the parking lot later, you're dead.
You're dead. She's like,
it's over.
It's like the time I talked shit at Damien Sandow at a TNA taping, and then afterwards I saw him in a bar, and I was like, hey, man, you're one of my favorites. And he just was like, no, I'm not. I heard your ass yelling out there, you piece of shit. And I was like, I'm sorry. But
did he actually say that to you?
No, he didn't. He had his subtext of, thanks, man, was, go fuck yourself, man. Yes, also, no one is ready for the glow, I say. Yeah. New Day versus Dabar.
Wait. I just realized that we just picked against the two people that are from New Zealand on the Australia show.
Oh, damn it, you're right.
Yeah, changing that back.
Oh, you're changing it to the Iconics?
Yeah.
No, I'm sticking with Asuka.
No. Frickin' Naomi's in that match. She'll eat the pin. It's fine.
Isn't there like a rivalry between New Zealand and Australia, though?
It's close enough.
Speaking from the mind of Vince McMahon is Dylan saying, it's close enough, fuck it.
Honestly, I don't want to be... that is kind of what I'm basing it off of. Is like, Vince McMahon's like the kind of person that would put somebody from China over in Japan, even though that will never work due to, like, World War II atrocity reasons. But I feel like he'd try. Yeah. He's like, I'll get the Asian person over. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right, New Day versus Dabar. I've got New Day.
I have New Day as well. I'm hoping that Dabar breaks up and we can see the Kings of Wrestling again. Because momentarily seeing them at Cassius's 20th anniversary of wrestling was pretty awesome.
That was beautiful. I loved watching that. AJ Styles. Oh wait, no, hold on. You were talking about Australians on the show. Well, this is the one time I will pick the Australian, Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy, and I will say Buddy Murphy.
He's the juggernaut, bitch.
He is the juggernaut, bitch. Yeah.
Knowing WWE, they'd be like, consider they had, how they had Sasha lose the title in her hometown, and they have that thing going. I was like, oh, we'll have you lose it in your home country. It's like the lone pay-per-view we lose there. That'll be good for you. That'll build some sympathy, buddy. Yeah.
You heel.
You heel.
Also, Blake's
Go home and be sad while you fuck Alexa Bliss.
Also, Blake's internet should be fixed by midnight, so that's always good. Thank you, Charter Internet. But do you have Buddy as well, or are you gonna do Cedric?
Yeah. I got Buddy Murphy.
Okay.
He's got a sick finisher. I love that thing.
Yeah. AJ versus Samoa Joe in a no count out, no DQ match for the WWE title. This one's tough.
So I can't pick against AJ. Like I'll pick against the next person to get the title. I can't pick against. I can't pick against. Wait, what's the next pay-per-view? Survivor Series?
The next pay-per-view for dudes will be Survivor Series. Well, technically, it's going to be that Saudi Arabia show, I think, and then Survivor Series.
Nah, I think AJ holds it till Rumble.
I'm with you on that. I think AJ is going to hold it for a very long time.
Either that or we get like a mega dude buster off like the top rope.
Do you mean Muscle Buster?
Muscle Buster. Yeah, no.
No, it's the Dude Buster.
Dude, listen. If somebody did Greg's old fucking like Greg's finisher in the WWE, I would be like, that's pretty hilarious. He'd probably tweet about it, be like, great. I see they went into the backlog of fucking SmackDown tapings, found my old matches. We're like, nobody's using that move anymore, right?
Yeah. Bella Twins and Ronda Rousey versus the Riot Squad.
Riot Squad, just because I want to see one of the Bellas get their shit kicked in.
I'm going to say Bella and Rousey, and then after the match, the Bellas attack Ronda.
Sure, it makes as much sense as anything else they've ever been booked in.
Yep, exactly. And
by the way, I would like to point out that I am not against the Bella Twins as people because they've showed like generosity or whatever. It's just their characters are the most poorly written characters, and I just want a sign that WWE is moving past that.
Yeah.
By having them get their kicked in.
The Shield in their first pay-per-view match, I believe, since reuniting versus Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre.
And
yes, ooh-ah indeed. I'm also gonna ooh-ah at this match. Because I think McIntyre may turn. Not turn good, just turn against, like, Ziggler or something and leave the group.
Because, see, I want Dean to also turn on the Shield, and then the two of them just, like, broke back mountain walk off into the sunset.
And then at Survivor Series, there's a triple threat tag match of the Shield versus Braun and Ziggler versus Dean and McIntyre.
There we go. Whoever pins who gets the titles.
Whoa, what the fuck? When was this announced? Daniel Bryan versus The Miz in a singles match to determine number one contender for the WWE title.
Yeah. The Miz is winning that. The Miz is then going to win the WWE title. You know how we, like, joked that they would have this storyline go all the way to WrestleMania?
Oh, fuck. No, dude, please.
Too bad. Too bad.
I am gonna say Daniel Bryan so we could have a... Because WWE knows that would be a dream match of AJ versus Daniel Bryan. So I think they want to give
WWE also doesn't give a fuck what you want. Look me in the eyes, Scotty. WWE doesn't give a fuck about you.
I'm still going to say Daniel Bryan. And then
That's
Survivor
fine.
Series has that. Because, like, the big four are the ones where they're usually like, we're going to put in a dream match everyone wants to see. And
yeah,
how'd
that Nakamura AJ dream match work out, or that
But it still happened. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. In a match where one of the participants did not show up on this week's Raw, Bobby Lashley and John Cena versus Elias and Kevin Owens, aka Team Fuck Seattle.
Team Fuck Seattle versus Team Armbands and Headbands are cool, right?
Team Fuck Seattle versus Team Vascular.
There you go.
I'm gonna go Team Vascular.
Sure. I don't even know why John Cena's even on this fucking thing, but I'm sure he'll get a win.
Because
Hulk Hogan, motherfucker.
No, he needs to finally debut on a live video feed. The lightning punch. He needs people to see it.
The lightning jab. Yeah.
Yeah. What if, because he did that one in China, because it promoted, like, this has got Chinese heritage. This time he does something with Australian heritage. He just throws a live koala at Kevin Owens' face, and Kevin gets distracted with how cute it is, leading to Elias eating a pin. And then finally, in a match that's definitely the end of an era, and there's not gonna be any more matches after this. This is the last time you're ever gonna see this. Triple H versus The Undertaker with Kane and Shawn Michaels in the respective corners.
My favorite I think tweet regarding this was, man, aren't you the mayor somewhere? Shouldn't you be like passing laws or some shit, not choke slamming bald people?
I'm calling for a DQ finish. And I don't know who it's gonna support. I don't know if it's gonna be Shawn attacking Taker or if it's gonna be Kane.
Are you taking a mulligan on this? Is that what you're saying? You award yourself no points, but you can't lose any either.
I mean, I'm losing points no matter what. Okay.
I'm saying Taker, so you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Taker by DQ.
Okay.
And that's kind of like a double down right there. It's a by DQ after Shawn Michaels kicks him in the face. Because DX has kind of been the baby faces this whole time, which is weird. Like, it's been nothing but Taker being a weird, jealous old man, and then finally, like, choke slamming Shawn after calling his baby brother to help him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we got a reply from the Dust Watch from Ghazi, and he just says, "This is gonna be the one." Oh, Ghazi, you know nothing of our past.
His support means the world to me. It really does.
Oh, God. Well, you know what means the world to me?
Shilling things to strangers on the internet.
You're damn right. And we're going to talk about merch.alotopurebs.com. That's right. If you want merch for the Fight Boys, merch for merch. Merch for a load of BS, fun fiction, all your favorite shows. You can get it at merch.alotopurebs.com. And shirts for all your favorite JWF superstars. We got one for the Beer Man, Sam Adams. We got one for Canada Charlie, Scotty Moore, Blake Tanner, all your favorites. They got shirts at merch.alotopurebs.com. Which means, Dylan, it's now time to... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting a report. Yes, apparently Captain Tibbs... Wait. Yeah, Captain Tibbs attempted to sneak into Australia to make his own Super Showdown, and yeah, he's been detained. So, I guess we're gonna turn it over to JWF Wrestling with, I guess, just Silver Spoon. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to JWF Monday Night War. I am your host, Silver Spoon, and this week we've got an absolutely fantastic show for you. We've got matches getting ready for the King of the Steel City tournament. We're gonna hear from the champion himself, Brunch Boy. What the hell are you Hello? Who are you?
Hey, I told you I would be back here. I've been working for years.
Oh, no.
Don't pretend you don't know me. I will stab you.
Welcome to the announce booth. Silverback Monsoon. Silverback, how have you been?
I have been fine.
All right.
Oh, okay. No. Just go ahead. Talk over me. Yeah, no, it's fine. Have a good time. Have a fun time trying to break on the way home.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that, Silverback. And Silverback, we're getting ready to go straight to our next great pay-per-view, which is, of course, well, it was supposed to be a all-women's pay-per-view, but then we realized we don't have any women's wrestlers, so I'm not actually sure what
real sausage fest around here.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what we're calling it. I mean, have you got a name, or...
Oops, all dudes.
Oh, okay. So this is, we're working towards the Oops All Dudes pay-per-view, where, of course, we're going to have the finals of the King of the Steel City tournament, but we still got no clue who is going to be king. We still need to find out who's going to be in that match, and that's why we're going to start off with this match, as two former JWF champions collide as the returning Griffin Clouds takes on the Captain's champion, the Dylan. Now, what do you think about these guys, Silverback?
I believe that suspensions should hold up and Griffin Cloud shouldn't be in the building. I paid a security guard a lot of money to kick him in the dick if he came back, and then Tibbs just shit all over my investment.
Yeah, unfortunately so, but it actually looks like Griffin trying to butter up Dylan, I guess, trying to offer a handshake at the beginning of the match. Oh, but the Captain's champion responding with a big kick to the stomach. The leader of the Cloud Clan doubling over in pain as the D following it up with a huge double axe handle to the spine, sending Griffin to the ground. And the smallest member of the clan, the sweet baby brother, attempted to crawl to the ropes as Dylan grabs him around the waist, and it looks like he's going for a huge German suplex. But wait a minute. Griffin Cloud's actually landed on his feet and is running out of the ring. I mean, do you think this is a wise move when facing the Dylan running, trying to get away?
Considering he put me through a wall, maybe.
I will say that, and it looks like Griffin trying to run, but Dylan actually looks like he's trying to land a big dive. But wait, Griffin cutting him off with a huge European uppercut on the Captain's Champion. Dylan actually leaning over those ropes now. That looks a very good shot from Griffin Clouds as he climbs up onto the apron, and a huge guillotine leg drop over the neck of the D, sending him back into the ring. Going for a quick pin. 1, 2, ooh, and a kick out at 2 from the Dylan. Now, I mean, it looks like this year of ring rust Griffin Clouds has had, it barely seems to affect him at all. What do you think?
When you have to fight your two half-retarded brothers for food every night, you learn how to scrap.
That's right. Now it looks like Griffin climbing to the top rope, calling for a big splash. But wait a minute, Griffin actually jumping up to the top rope, grabbing Griffin in a huge avalanche arm drag. I think he tossed him nearly all the way across the ring. That's phenomenal.
We can't say that word here.
All right, Dylan going for a quick pin, but Griffin kicking out just as quickly. And now looks like the champ trying to end it, whipping Griffin into the corner, setting up for that sick dick. Oh, wait a minute. Griffin actually wiggling his way out, landing a big lariat on the Dylan. And it looks like he's getting ready to set up for it. That devastating move we've seen take down numerous superstars before. The Under Vapor. And he's... Wait a minute. Is that the music of Silverback? Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that... It is! It's the Hammer Man! Oh, I know...
Oh, come on. How many of these idiots do we have around here?
I know the Hammer Man. Somewhere Captain Tibbs is in jail and happily screaming because the Hammer Man is here. And Griffin Clouds does not look happy with this development, Silverback. I'll tell you that right now. Griffin screaming at the man who he believes is his brother underneath that mask. But wait! Oh, a huge reverse upper dicker from the Dylan sends the former JWF champion falling to the ground in pain, grabbing at those nether regions. And now Hammerman just laughing as Griffin Cloud screams in pain. Dylan going for that pin. 1, 2, 3, and well, I mean, it looks like the Steel City dreams of Griffin Clouds have been ended at the hands of the Hammerman. But of course, we know moving on is the Captain's Champion, the Dylan. I mean, at the end of all of this, Dylan would be #1 contender. He can hold 2 titles.
That is true. I believe Tibbs would then just make up another one.
That's right, but of course, as we know, turnabout's fair play, and of course, in tonight's main event, the Hammerman is taking on Rat Boy Connor of the Rat Ascension, and who knows, Griffin Clouds may come out and attack. This might not have been the wisest move from the Hammerman. What do you think?
I'm not 100% sure what he's thinking, but if he is Griffin Cloud's brother, he might not be sober right now.
That's right. But speaking of the Rat Ascension, speaking of Rat Boy Connor, I want to turn to a man that they've recently aligned themselves with, the JWF champion himself, Brunch Boy Baron Corbin, who last week led a massive beatdown on the former champion, Blake Tanner. I mean, we saw the entire Rat Ascension take him down. We saw Baron take him down, and earlier today, Brunch Boy had a meeting of the minds with the Rat Ascension, and he invited some cameramen along. Let's have a listen. Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't see you come in there. Well, I guess on behalf of the Rat Ascension, it's my honor to welcome you to the brunch table. This new segment on JWF where I, the JWF World Heavyweight Champion, give to you my thoughts on the important topics of the day. And today, I'd like to talk to you about the importance of knowing when your time is up. You see, numerous superstars over the years have accepted when their time has come. They get bad news from a doctor one day or realize that they're getting up there in years and they accept the inevitable, that their career is over. But on the other side of the coin, numerous other superstars try their best to hold back the hands of time. They put on that wrinkle cream, tan themselves up. They try their damnedest to say they can fight on another day. I mean, they retire one day, then come back the next. They lie to themselves, and they lie to you. Which leads to me to the greatest example of this in JWF history. A man by the name of Blake Tanner. You see, Blake was a tough champion, a fighting champion. He was willing to step into that ring every single night, put it all on the line to stay champion. And despite every single signal that his body was giving him, Blake Tanner pressed on. He pressed on through neck injury, through back injury, and he refused to admit when enough was enough. And it was that egotism that led to him losing the most precious thing he ever had. The JWF Championship. And he kept beating his body down to a point where all I had to do was stroll out to that ring, put my boot on his chest, and pin him 1, 2, 3. And you think that'd be enough for Blake Tanner? He'd call it a day, but no. He keeps coming back. He keeps thinking that frail body of his will hold up just long enough for one more fight. One more. And it's that idiocy that's led to him challenging me to a rematch at the next pay-per-view. You see, Blake, I know you've got that fight still burning in your mind, but what you don't understand is the fire isn't burning in your body. What is burning is your neck every time you take a bump. What's burning are your muscles every time you try to lift someone off the ground, and that pain is going to burn up your spirit until you have no choice left but to retire. So I accept your challenge, Blake. I accept your challenge for a rematch, but I don't want a normal rematch. No, I want to break that burning spirit of yours until you realize the truth. That it's time for a changing of the guard, and that I am the one to take your place. So at the next pay-per-view, it's not going to be a normal rematch. No. I want to put you through your paces. I want to bend and twist your body in ways that you couldn't think possible. I'm going to take your neck and snap it in half, and there's nothing you, Captain Tibbs, or any of those idiots in the back can do about it. Because if you want this title back, you're going to have to earn it in a Falls Count Anywhere street fight. Well, looks like Brunch Boy is ready for the next pay-per-view. He's ready for Oops All Dudes, I guess. And he has challenged Blake Tanner to a street fight. That's going to be devastating to see those two men clash.
I don't believe when he says Falls Count Anywhere, he doesn't realize how little space there actually is in this arena.
Well, that's a fair point. But of course, no matter who comes out of that match, whether it be Blake Tanner, whether it be Brunch Boy Baron, they're going to know who their number one contender is. It's going to be the winner of the King of the Steel City Tournament. And of course, we learned earlier today the Dylan moving on in the tournament. Last week, we learned that Guy Fieri is also moving on. But right now, it's time to figure out the next person to move on to the semifinals as the Hammerman takes on the Rat Boy himself, Connor of the Rat Ascension. How do you feel about these two?
I'm honestly surprised either of them are still employed.
I can see that. Well, but wait. The two of them starting off with a huge lockup in the middle of the ring. But despite his smaller size, it actually seems like the Hammerman is matching strength with Connor. An impressive move from that man who is called Hammer. Oh, but Hammer slips around, puts on a very appropriately named Hammerlock, wrenching on the arm of the Rat Boy. Now, Silverback, if Connor manages to win this match, that would mean he would be on his way to possibly facing his own stablemate, Brunch Boy Baron. I mean, how do you think Brunch Boy would react to that?
Probably just kill him.
I could see that. I mean, that's the problem when you have someone like this in a tournament like this. The infighting between the stable, it could grow out of control. Ooh, but speaking of out of control, it looks like Connor gotten out of the control of the Hammerman, reversing the Hammerlock, grabbing him, and a huge DDT on the Masked Man, going for a pin. 1, 2, ooh, and a quick kick out from the Hammerman. And it looks like the Rat Boy is miffed as he starts laying on some stiff shots before bringing the Hammerman back to his feet, trying to pick him up for a suplex. But wait, Hammer actually blocks it and hits a big, beautiful suplex of his own. floats over. Oh my God, look at the strength as he picks up Connor again for a second. Beautiful suplex, beautiful combination going for that pin. 1, ooh, and a kick out at 1 from Connor. The strength of the Rat Boy on display. Now, let's not forget, last year Connor did make his way to the finals of the Steel City Tournament, only to be defeated by the king of Flavortown, Guy Fieri. And you know he's been searching for redemption. I mean, do you think this match could possibly lead to that?
I don't really know how your life recovers from losing to Guy Fieri.
That's right. Now wait, Connor actually making his way to his feet, and Hammerman coming in with a big clothesline. But wait, the Rat Boy actually ducking out of the way, and he connects with the referee. Shibata going down as he hits that huge lariat. And unfortunately, Hammerman looks like he doesn't know what to do. But wait, Rat Boy grabbing him from behind, trying to hit the rat attack. But Hammerman reverses, picks him up on the shoulders, and the burning hammer puts him down. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. But Shibata's not there. Shibata's not counting. Oh no, Hammerman actually getting back up, trying to wake up Shibata, but he doesn't see. It's Griffin Clouds. Oh, like I said before, turnabout is fair play, and Griffin Clouds is going for it. Got that big steel chair, but wait. Hammerman ducking out of the way, and Griffin connects with the skull of Connor. The big man falling to the ground, and now looks like Griffin trying to go after Hammerman with the chair, but wait. Hammerman hitting a big boot, sending that chair into the face of Griffin Clouds, the former champion, rolling out of the ring as the Hammerman climbs onto that top rope, and a big, beautiful hammer leg drop onto Connor. This has been an impressive display from the Hammerman, I'll tell you that. All right, going for the pin, and Shibata barely making his way over. He's struggling to lift that hand. 1, 2, 3, and it looks like despite his best efforts, the best efforts of Griffin Clouds, the Hammerman is moving on in the tournament. We could be looking at the next king of the Steel City, Silverback. Fair point. But of course, I mean, we don't know who else is going to be in this tournament. Tibbs hasn't announced it. We got to wait for him to come back. But of course, we do know one match that we're going to have at Oops All Dudes. We're going to have Blake Tanner in his rematch for the JWF title against Brunch Boy Baron, and what's going to be an absolutely brutal street fight. And of course, we still have to see the rest of the King of the Steel City tournament to find out who's going to be facing off in the finals. And if you want to find out about that, you're going to have to tune in next time to JWF Monday Night War. So, Dylan, it's been an episode, my boy. What did you learn this week?
I learned some people are just racist against kangaroos.
And I learned that Charter Internet is the worst internet service ever. Not sponsored. Actually, wait, yeah, obviously not sponsored. Hashtag fix Blake's internet charter. So Dylan can be found on Twitter at SexyChuckyT. Blake can be found on Twitter at Blake A. Tanner, or on the Darkroom Vidya YouTube channel. That's Darkroom Vidya. So check him out there, and find me on Twitter at ScottyMo. That's ScottyMo, and buy all my books on Amazon, the Quetzalcoatl Trilogy, BS vs. the Gods, or you can get them on Audible using our free Audible link, audibletrial.com/BS Network. You get a free 30-day trial of Audible. It supports us. You get something free. It's win-win. But if you want to support us elsewhere, you can at merch.aloadofpurebs.com or on patreon.com/aloadofbs. So check that out. Check out all the other shows at aloadofpurebs.com and leave us all the feedback you would like in the comments. And remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you get a weekly dose of Fight Boys coming straight to you, just like Chuck Taylor does. And as always, you can find us at aloadofpurebs.com. Buy our merch at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. Find us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, donate to the Patreon, and remember to follow us on Twitter at Fight Boys Show Chuck Taylor. Because when you're a fight boy for life.